Welcome to Storytime with Mush. Today's story will be the adventure of Puss in Boots. Let's jump in. Once upon a time, there was a poor miller who had 3 sons. When the miller passed away, he left his eldest son the mill, his second son a donkey, and his youngest son only a cat. The youngest son sighed, "What am I supposed to do with just a cat?" But to his surprise, the cat spoke. "Do not worry, master," said the clever cat. "Just give me a pair of boots and a bag, and I will make you rich." The young man was surprised but agreed. He gave the cat a pair of shiny boots, and the cat proudly took them off. Then, Puss in Boots set off on a clever plan. First, he caught a rabbit and brought it to the king. "A gift from my master, the Marquis of Carabas," Puss announced grandly. The king was pleased and thanked him. Puss continued bringing gifts to the king, always calling his master the Marquis of Carabas. One day, Puss heard that the king and his daughter, the beautiful princess, were riding by the river. Puss told his master, "Quick, jump into the river and pretend you're drowning." Though confused, the young man did as he was told. As the king passed by, Puss cried, "Help! The Marquis of Carabas has been robbed and thrown into the river." The king ordered his men to save him. Seeing the young man dripping wet, the king gave him fine clothes. The princess smiled at him kindly. Meanwhile, Puss ran ahead to a grand castle owned by a wicked ogre. He knocked on the door and said, "I've heard you can turn into any creature. Is it true?" The ogre laughed. "Of course. Watch this." And he turned into a huge lion. Puss clapped his paws. "Amazing! But can you turn into something tiny? Like a mouse?" "Easy." The ogre shrank into a little mouse. Quick as a flash, Puss pounced and ate him up. Now the castle belonged to Puss's master. When the king arrived, Puss welcomed him, saying, "Welcome to the castle of the Marquis of Carabas." Impressed, the king happily gave his daughter's hand in marriage to the young man. They lived in the grand castle, and clever Puss in Boots became a noble cat, living in luxury forever. And so, they all lived happily ever after. The end. The is on Cleaver Cat. Thank you for joining Storytime with Mush.